Brown is back to his old habits again because he just came for Omarion after Omarion dissed him. Or at least that's how Chris feels about it. Omarion recently spoke out about how he used to have a huge crush on Chris's ex, Karrueche Tran. And I guess that Chris is not here for this. Honestly, with the way he reacted, it looks like Chris Brown still has the hots for his ex-girlfriend, Karrueche Tran, because he just sent some heavy words at Omarion just because Omarion revealed that he had a crush on Karrueche and was going to make a move on her before she started dating Chris. For some context, Chris started dating Karrueche back in 2011, but he broke up with her the next year because he realized that he still had feelings for Rihanna. Well, according to Omarion, he was pretty surprised when Karrueche popped up with Chris because he thought that they had a good thing going on and were on the same vibe.
I remember, Karrueche went to John Burroughs too.
Yeah. This
She
is all before she was Karrueche. She was Karrueche, but she was
right.
K.
Right.
And
right.
y'all were kind of feeling each other, and
That's true.
I thought y'all were gonna be a thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then she was on Media Takeout with Chris.
Right.
Jason Lee then revealed that he had plans to hook Omarion up with Karrueche, but then Chris swept in and stole Karrueche right from under their noses.
Got to be unbothered.
You've been unbothered for a long time.
That's so crazy that you would tell that story.
It's a true story.
It is.
Because that night, my mission was to hook you up with Karrueche.
Right.
And I don't know what happened.
Me neither, man. I don't know what happened.
Now, Omarion probably wasn't trying to be messy or anything when he made the statement because he was just answering a question that Jason asked him. However, Chris took this the wrong way because he took to social media to shade Omarion, saying, man, if you don't get your lame self on somewhere, men be reaching for the stars. It's kind of interesting that he would feel so strongly about this when he didn't even treat Karrueche all that well when they were together. I mean, sure, they made a cute couple, but he was also hurtful to her when they were together. In 2017, Karrueche filed court documents requesting a restraining order against Chris, whom she had broken up with at the time. In the documents, she made some pretty shocking revelations that showed that Chris was still the violent person that he had been in 2009 when he put his hands on Rihanna. She claimed that he had punched her in the stomach and had even pushed her down a flight of stairs a couple of years before she filed, but she didn't report it at the time. This was because he was still on probation from the Rihanna incident and would have gotten into a lot of trouble with the law. Karrueche also revealed that Chris had threatened to unalive her, saying that if he couldn't have her, then nobody else could. This is just super toxic, and I'm glad that she got out when she did. But even though they had broken up, Chris continued to intimidate her and even her friends, and she managed to get a restraining order against him. So Chris treated her like that, but he's still somehow upset that another man is talking about how he used to have a crush on her? Girl, please. Well, Omarion threw the shade right back at him, and he said, if we are honest with ourselves, we have to admit that sometimes our assumptions and preconceived notions are wrong, and therefore our interpretation of events is incorrect. Don't treat people how they treat you. Teach people how to treat you, and always remember, doing nothing is very hard to do. You never know when you're finished. Well, fans had a lot to say about this fresh beef, and they left comments like, if this ninja Chris Brown message is towards Omarion, my man needs to chill. It's not outlandish to think they shared a vibe the same night they all met. I love Chris Brown like I honestly love Breezy, love everything about him. I hate his temper though. Like, why do Omarion like that when he respects you? That man never be messy, he just answered a question he was asked. Chris Brown gotta learn how to relax. And y'all see Chris Brown start spiraling because Omarion said him and Karrueche were almost a couple. Again, I think it was wrong of Chris to throw shade at Omarion like that, but I want to know how you feel about this drama. Do you find it weird that Chris is acting up, or is he just being his typical self? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.